What's good, what's good? That's Yana Shawty, to myself, Queen of the Skull, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host,
Adi Jolie.
And today we have special guest, my sister, entrepreneur, motivator, money getter, you heard me, player. Let's go.
What's up? It's Young Is. You feel me? But yeah, I'm lit. I'm excited they asked me to be on their podcast.
For sure.
We finna get into some lit combos. We're gonna see what they talking about.
What you was doing today?
I had a studio session. Had to get some shit out the way. You feel me?
Shout out Mike Studio, BQM Studio,
For real.
BQM Mike Studio. Mike BQM.
His shit, I'll just be like BQM on Insta. And
Right,
like,
pops
for
up.
sure. Nah, but for real one, for real. He be
Not yes for real.
He like
doing
how,
his shit.
He like how he made you sound.
Yeah, like he's a good ass recording artist for real. He'll do your shit like that. As long as you do your shit like that.
That's dope.
But
Were you less nervous now that it was your first session, like
Hell
with him
yeah.
alone?
he just be tripping. He's like, all right, let me know, and he'll just do it.
Right.
But really, I be trusting his ear for real, cause he be making that shit. He be doing his own edits and shit.
Yeah.
Should be going crazy. Y'all should go to him for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
We saw that you have a show on Saturday. That's your second show, no? Like as an artist?
Ever? Yeah, that's like my second show. I'm excited though. And now I got newer shit, so I feel like
Right.
I could kind of come on some different shit, talking shit, you know? It's different than what I recorded like 2 years ago, because I'm not a rapper, you know that. I always be saying I'm not a rapper. I rap, but I ain't no rapper.
She's a good ass writer though, you guys. Like that's why it trips me out.
DM me, I won't tell nobody I'm writing for you.
Right. No, but she is a really good ass writer. So
She reminds me of like the Detroit stuff, like but,
Shit talking.
but on a female level.
Shit talking for sure. But yeah, good ass session. Got that shit out the way.
So being that you're not a rapper, but you're like, you know, like you're obviously putting money into the studio and stuff like that. What's the goal with the music? Or like, is it just a fun hobby that you're willing to invest in? Or like, what is it to you?
I think more so it'll start as that. I feel like the more I invest in it as a hobby, because I'm not gonna lie, after recording this song, it did make me want to kind of like do a video to it. I'm like, oh, this shit needs some like, you know, I feel like bitches will fuck with it. I feel like niggas will fuck with it. I feel like everybody gonna fuck with it.
Right.
So right now it's a hobby, but I
can
definitely
go into something.
for sure.
What got you into it? Do you think it was like because your sister's into it, or like was you always like kind of into music, or like?
Yeah, I feel like I was always into music, but I feel like since Tati was doing it, I was like, okay, I really get to see behind the scenes of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I feel like that was a reason why I didn't want to do it, because I'm like, oh, this bitch is hella stressed. Bitch is always trying to do shit, need money for shit, do this, do that. It's hard being an artist, especially not, you know, using your body and doing hella shit to get ahead. Mm-hmm. It's hard to be a real artist that's a female with skill and get that shit off nothing, off the gristle, for real. So that's why I kind of put it on pause. And it's a hobby. I seen how mommy really used to like push you for the music and you would get stressed sometimes. I'm like, but I ain't trying to be stressed about writing no music. Like, I do this shit when I am stressed, you know?
I feel like it is good though that you have the kind of influence from your sister in some way, that it kind of because you've seen the hard part of it. It's gonna elevate you better, because then you can learn from her mistakes, or just even like the stuff that you've seen was harder for her. Maybe you can find a different way to do it. You know what I mean? Like
but it definitely inspired me too. Like even to like do the music, I'm like, fuck, like if she pushing for it, and I feel like I got a gift with it too. We both should really push for this shit. Cause that's one thing. Like my mama be on her head about it, but she's on her head about it because she knows she's gifted. You feel me?
Right.
Like
she believes in her.
Exactly. People only gonna really be on you to push line with your dreams if they know you can do it and they feel like, you know. So
I feel like you could have a lot of support. I feel like you do have a lot of support. Like I feel like just because you're just starting, it may not show through as much, but like I feel like you got a lot of love, and because you're just starting, it's gonna show more and more and more. And I feel like you got a good start. Being that I feel like you're already connected, you're already locked in, like, and you're young, like, you know what I mean, like you just barely got out of high school, like you got a lot of time to grow, and even just like all applause to you, girl, because
thank you. All
right
of us, we all doing
starting,
our shit
awesome.
with this music shit, art shit, all that shit. I feel like us as women, we be pushing hella hard for that shit. So it's gonna blow.
Talking about art, you do paintings and stuff like that too. What's up with that? I know you really good in my opinion, but
thank you.
You don't. I feel like you can concentrate more on it, and you'd have more pieces. But when you do concentrate on a piece,
Yeah.
it comes out really good. Like, where did that? I didn't even know you knew how to draw like that. To be honest.
I feel like everybody's always like that. They're like, "Well, you rap, you paint, you draw."
Yeah.
I'm like always hella low key about this shit. I just be chilling. It's just like whenever I want to. I don't know.
Right.
But then at the same time, I peeped like people was fucking with it, and I can make money off this shit. People be, trying to buy pieces. So
That's crazy because you do hella shit. Like, you know how to bake, you know how to do hella shit, but they're all hobbies for you. You're like, it's not that serious. I'm like, what the fuck? How is it not serious?
It's lit. It's like cool. If I really could get paid for doing shit, you can.
You could.
You can. I'm bullshitting. I always just feel like, like work. I always just, I don't know, I feel like I've always been raised, you have to work, you gotta work. I be letting that shit get in the way. But I'm tired of working for the white man.
Right.
I am. I want to be a fucking creator and get rich off this shit. I just feel like I need the space, the concentration. I need to put myself in a place in life, too, where I could just zone out, on just what matters to me for real.
How do you feel like,
Go ahead.
sorry, how do you feel like, so when did you graduate? Like recent, right? Like a couple years ago?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
How do you feel like life has changed since you've been out of school? Like how's
It's
that?
depressing. No, I'm just like,
It probably is. It's probably adulthood hit, bro. Because now they have to go to work.
I'm like, fuck. Like, I really, not like that. But, you in high school, you spending 8 hours a day in school. So it's like, you don't need money in school.
Right.
You need money for the real world, for everything. Even, having a car, just fucking paying bills, little shit here and there. I'm glad I live in my mama's house. If you live in your mama's house, try to stay in your mama's house for as long as you can.
You know what? That was a big mistake I'm glad you said that too, because that was a big mistake that I even did.
I think all of us, our generation, we were ready to get the fuck out.
Bro, y'all generation was reckless. Y'all was like the lit ass, yeah,
I felt like we were
going
living,
out, turn up era.
Yeah. Since now I'd be like, what's everybody doing? They'd be like hanging out or like, they'll drink, they'll smoke, they'll have fun, but it's not like how we used to have fun. We used to stay out till like 4 a.m. and we were young.
Street, bus hopping all night long.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
That shit is lit. But nah, it's not depressing. It's just you gotta be more. It's like hella responsibility. I feel it's hella responsibility, and you gotta be more conscious of like the decisions you make, because it feels like time goes fucking fast. Like damn, I was in high school 2.5 years ago. It was long as fuck.
And I feel like I feel like she been grown. Like
I know.
I feel like Izzy been grown.
I'm only dub. I just turned 20 in February.
I know, it's crazy because you have to meet like an old soul, or you're just more gamed up. So like, how does that work with like? Because your generation
are fucking idiots. Are fucking
They're
perk popping, pussy popping, BBL idiots. All these bitches are bots. It's
how
terrible.
do you like maneuver even your friendships or relationships through being in that new generation, being that your mind is so adjusted to how like mommy kind of raised us,
Yeah. It's tough. I feel like I don't really fuck with nobody. Not like that, but you see, I really don't fuck with nobody. I got like 1-2 people I really call my friends or my partners I go hang out with, go turn up with. But other than that, a lot of other people are like hi-bye people. You see them on the gram, you see them here, you see them there. But for the most part, I just work. Like that's
right.
like all I do is work. Try to stay close to God and just keep my head level-headed. I don't really pay too much mind. I feel like only downfall is like my relationship. That's like the only part I need to fucking grow the fuck up. Stop working with these lame addicts. But yeah, I feel like other than that, I just try to stay out the mix. Like,
Right.
it's a whole lot of shit going on. There's hella people like dying left and right. Hella people becoming drug addicts. Fucking like young as fuck. Having kids. I'm like, it's a lot going on.
Not saying that doesn't happen in any other like city and state, but do you think like in San Francisco we're exposed to it way more than like
Hell yeah.
other cities?
Bro, I feel like we're exposed to that shit as soon as you can remember. Like, I remember going to like field trips to the symphony and seeing hella dope fiends. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been regular. It's never been like, you don't know what's going on or you don't know what people are on. So I feel like the older you get, the more you just get exposed to.
I know, I was at the bus stop with JR today, and I was like right in front of, like, as we were standing at the bus stop, there's people passing obviously left and right, and like to like going down, hella people like dolphins, going up, people coming out of the bar to go home probably from work. And I'm just like, bro, we live in a world, which I'm sure like in different places it's like that too, but in SF it's so vivid. We're literally crossing paths with people that like are going through crazy shit and they're on crazy drugs, like strong drugs, and we're just so like, it's so normal to us. We just pass them by like nothing.
You know what? As a bartender, I met a lot of people that would come in from different states and different countries and this and that, come into the bar because they're like, oh, I'm traveling here to San Francisco and and the majority, like 9 out of 10, every person would tell me, the homeless. I had no idea it was like that out here.
Yeah.
It's not like this where I'm
They
from.
see the bridge.
And I'm like, it sucks because even you and me were talking about it, and I'll tell them, me and my friend, we talked about how it's normal to us. Like, it is really just, we desensitized to it because it's just all we know. It's really, I thought it was normal like this everywhere, but apparently not.
Yeah, right.
No, for real.
Yeah, no, it is crazy in the city. I just felt like the blocks we walk, they're there. Like, they're there.
Everywhere.
We got to go downtown to handle most, like, business things.
Yeah.
So, you go shopping, business things, get your birth certificate if you lost it. Like, everything's down there.
Go to Wool,
So,
grab some trees.
right. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you're doing down there, but it's like it's the grimy and the high class mixed in one. And it's just like, this is crazy because, it's crazy. Because I usually, when I pass people, I look and I feel something, and I'm like, damn, there's thousands of people that walk and don't even see these people. They just pass them like they don't even exist.
Yeah.
Me, I'd be like, oh, like that's fucked up. I'd be thinking too much. I'd be like, damn, I wonder what
they were before.
What was their first drug, or like
Oh,
what were they doing before this happened? Where's their family?
Yeah. For
Some
real.
people be like, like get the fuck away from me, like like I don't know what you got. Da, da, da.
Oh my
You're
God,
like, damn.
we used to pass out, remember Sunset Youth Service, shout out Sunset Youth Service days. They used to bring food to Sunset Youth Service, boxes, right? Like from Trader Joe's or something like that. They're like not old food, but like food they didn't sell or whatever.
Yeah.
And we would go pass them out to the homeless. And so there'd be some homeless people like, I would try to give them some food. They're like, oh, I'm vegan. I'm like, how the fuck you homeless?
Hell no.
How you picky?
Beggars cannot be choosy. That's out.
right.
I'd be like, man, whatever.
Well,
Fuck
they're
that.
kind of like that in Frisco, period. Even when you try to give them change, sometimes they're like, I don't want that shit. I'm like, bro, what? Like,
Bro,
like,
50
like, what you need?
I
Yeah.
need this shit. Like, I
Right,
didn't
so-
want to give it to you, but I did.
Right. That's crazy. No, for real though.
Damn. Do you like being from the Bay though?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't picture being from nowhere else. You know?
Do you ever
I
thought
feel
of
like-
traveling somewhere else?
Hell yeah. I want to go everywhere.
She wants to go everywhere.
I want to go everywhere. I want to go out the country. I'm trying to go everywhere. I don't know how well I'm gonna do it.
We don't know how we're gonna afford it, but we're gonna.
But
do
we
it.
gonna do it,
Right.
I want to see shit that I feel like, bro, you can only imagine for real. Like tropical shit, chill shit. I want to go to like Thailand.
That's
Hella
dope.
shit.
That's dope you have that because a lot of people, I feel like they're so used to what they know that they
Yeah.
don't want to go. Like,
scared to travel.
yeah, they're scared to travel.
Yeah, I would be down. That would be tight.
What do you feel like inspired you to like want to do? Do you just feel like that's just
The projects. I'm just kidding.
For real, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. Even if they rebuild it, the shit still look the same.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I've been to, like, little places like Colorado, Chicago, shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. But that still don't compare to nothing like,
What's
like,
out there in the
yeah,
world.
Paris, fucking, like I said, Thailand, like, even Hawaii. That shit don't even compare to Hawaii.
Right.
And I'm trying to see shit better than Hawaii. But,
Do you have so I know that, anyways, okay. I know you have like an older soul and like she has an older soul, y'all. She always
I'm like, I'm not saying this. They gonna be like, who said?
I said, she
They
said.
said.
And
My third grade teacher said.
right. So do you have like do you have, so since you're just at school and stuff like that, you work in and all that, do you feel like there's, so you're saying this is your hobby, that's your hobby, that you got all these hobbies, but do you have like a main goal, like
A dream?
Yeah.
I do have a dream.
What's your dream?
My dream for real is if I don't, well shit, I don't know. I got a couple dreams, not gonna lie.
What are
Like
they?
my first one definitely I wanna like help people. I don't know, I need to get rich. But I wanna really help people by like making foundations and shit. Like I wanna build homes for like pregnant teen women. And I want to try to have like a little fucking farm that just plants shit and gives the shit out, like vegetables with no pesticides, all that shit. I'm trying to do that. I want to be a fucking caseworker for kids, like for real, school-wise. I want to go to school to be a case manager or a paralegal for kids in the system.
That's dope.
Like a mentor, counselor, even caretaker, like, like guardian for real. And have my own little establishment to, help them sleep, get jobs, all that shit, whatever.
Damn, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's dope. And it's crazy because, like, most people I talk to that come from, like, oppression, it's nice to hear that they want to give back.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, like, even myself, I'm guilty, like, we want to make it out and we don't, not necessarily I don't want to look back, but, like, you want to get away from it.
Yeah, I want to look back and be like, fuck, like, I came from it.
Yeah.
You know?
So some of us want to, like, look back and just be like, that's where I used to be. But then there's a group of people who want to look back and, like, give back a lot. You know what I mean? Which is great. Of course, in my mind, I want to be able to give back here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But to create foundations and to, like, you know, create these farms that are going to be giving back, whether it's yearly or monthly.
And it's going to be no profit.
Yeah, it's a consistent, yeah, and it's no profit to it, and it's consistent. Like, that's kind of like passion from what, you know, from what you really came from and what you are.
Yeah, for
so that's
real.
really dope.
Milk is it's $8.
No, yeah, things are going up.
That's just expensive.
Yeah, the eggs are really expensive. The littlest things are really expensive right now.
Stupid shit. I'm like, bro, that's just ingredients to make something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
And I really applaud you for that, for being that way, because I feel like a lot of people, they do, like, get out of it, and they just think, well, nobody did nothing for me. Like,
yeah, that's what I meant.
People do not,
It was hard for me. Right. Everybody got to start from the bottom.
Exactly.
Like
so
shit.
it's like, that's what's up, girl. Like, just being and having that mindset, especially, like, you know, as a young woman that you are, it's like, it's so admirable, and I applaud you for that. That's
Thank
what's
you.
up. Hell yeah.
I'm like, thank you. Thank y'all.
So what do you feel like is holding you back from getting to those certain, I guess, steps to doing that? Because you can enroll in college, bitch, and start your process of...
I can. I just think for a minute, like, I was just real stagnant when it comes to, like, my mindset. Like, you know, just real back and forth. But lately, I feel like I've been writing out, you know, my dreams and aspirations more and really planning shit out and how I wanted to do it. So, like you said, I really got to go to school and learn business and learn agriculture, a whole bunch of shit, like law, hella shit. I wouldn't mind going to school because in the process, you know, you can get paid and get shit done.
Right.
But yeah, bro, I'd have to reach out to people that'd be willing to, you know, damn near
help and
gotta
guide a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta put that idea out there.
I think that's important too, like how we don't really have guidance to like certain things. Like even myself being 27, like I have my business. I know I want to start using my business, like taking credit cards under my business. Like there's ways to like for us not to be in debt. There's ways for us for things not to fall on us.
Exactly.
And it's like, and to still use, the bank's money and still, take out loans and stuff, and it still doesn't fall on us. And I feel like, it's like I'm almost there, but I'm not educated on the portion of like making the connection of like, how do I start the process of applying for these things now that I have the business?
You know what? That's what it's like crazy y'all is talking about this because I was talking, not that long ago, a few years ago, I was talking to somebody and they really brought it to my attention that school and stuff like that's really what they should be teaching you.
Man.
Yeah.
Shit that really,
shit.
how really gonna help you make
Bitch,
money
I ain't never
in the
used
world.
pie. Do you know how much I tried to use pie?
I don't even remember half the shit I fucking learned in it. I don't remember you have to
I don't remember PEMDAS.
percentages and all that.
I don't remember none of that shit. I don't remember none of that shit.
Man.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
They should have taught us, exactly, taxes, loans, how property works,
retirement
plans, insurance. These motherfuckers taught us square roots.
Which I get why they didn't. Like, they want control. Like, if we really knew all this shit in and out, it's over.
We'd be successful.
We'd be successful
Everybody
as fuck,
would be
as black
successful.
and brown people. It'd be a fucking rap. They'd probably go the fuck crazy.
Do you think they teach that kind of stuff in private schools?
I feel like if they don't, the parents of those kids teach them.
Right.
If they don't, they have an accountant since they were born.
Yeah.
Something's going on where it's like set
The rich
up
are
for
staying
success.
rich. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so
That's
I think it's
exactly
just
why.
that. But I also think like it's on us to take that extra step. Obviously, we already know we got it hard. So we could either be like, oh, we don't know how, or like, boo hoo, I don't know how to start. But realistically, I can go find an account. I could go figure it out.
Right.
If I really, 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 really wanted to, I start those steps the same way I figured out everything else in my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I
It's
just
just
feel
like
like
taking the time.
it's just intimidating. I also
Yeah.
think it's
Process.
intimidating. They use big ass words that mean the simplest shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it be simple shit,
Deadass.
but they use big words that make you feel like, fuck, I don't know what this means, or like, it seems too serious and too legal, so I don't know if I should do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, do it. Like, the worst that can happen is you owe money.
Mhm.
And it's like, we're already in fucking debt, so
Right.
just do it. Just try it, just do it.
For real.
So I think it's just But I am happy. I am proud of your generation in the aspect of like, y'all became entrepreneurs. Like, there's a lot of like, even I used to like be an after school program teacher for like many schools, but a lot of my Visitation Valley kids and my Paul Revere kids, they became like lash techs, nail techs, and they're making dough because these kids are traveling to like nice places like Hawaii and doing Mexico and doing grown shit. And I'm like, how are they doing that before I do that?
Right.
But it's because like it's just that COVID time, and they got on game. They were on game, and I'm like, damn, like these motherfuckers are smart.
PPE.
We was running it up and stuff, but we was like getting dirty money and flipping it for dirtier shit, and then it disappears. You know, dirty shit disappears. Yeah. So they were actually doing it the right way. They got that longevity. If not longevity, at least legal, good, can spend it.
Yeah, no, money. That's true. That is real. There's a lot of business owners now. People don't want to work for other people. Yeah, they work for themselves on their own time. And why not? Motherfuckers is making over $600 a day, easy. Just doing
I know.
Like, what the fuck? You know how much overtime I have to do to make $600 in a day? That's like a fucking 20-hour shift.
So Izzy, do you have any like people in your life that really inspire me? I'm sure like your sister does, and you know people like that are close and near around you. But do you have any like, I know like you know follow, your mom's a Christian and stuff like that. It says like don't have idols and stuff like that. But beside that fact, like is there any people or things that you look up to that inspired you, or like that you think, oh damn, I want to be like that, or just like, you know, stuff that just inspire anyone that's up there inspire you, or even, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna look like.
Or any artists that you're like, damn, like I fuck with that artist, like.
It's hella artists. I don't even know. I can't even fucking get into how many artists like really inspire my style. It's a whole bunch of people, and it's a whole bunch of places too. Like, I'm from the Bay. Obviously, I'm from the city, but it's like, Detroit and Chicago rap, and even at like Atlanta old school Lil Wayne shit, like all that shit influences the way I like to talk shit. You know?
Yeah, you do like Webby and
Webby,
Boosie and all that BG shit. And all that. Like you like that old school.
All the Detroit niggas, old school Chicago nigga shit, all that shit slap to me. But even old school shit from here, like Doobie, RBL, like everybody, like I don't know, all that shit matters. But in the sense of like what I want to do or want to be, I don't know. I feel
you want the piece of Erykah Badu.
I want like different qualities of shit. But
I feel like that's really you. You like different qualities from different people up there, but there's not one person that I want to
be like, or like really inspires me. Like, I want to do what they did. Right. I can't say that. I feel like nobody's really done what I want to do. That's why motherfuckers are still down bad. I'm trying to make sure we all, you know, eating right. We supposed to be good, bro. Right. I'm like, I hate this fucking capitalism shit. This shit sucks. Motherfuckers. It's been down bad since shit started. Right.
Do you plan on like dropping an album, and do you have like plans for doing that? Are you working on one, or?
Yeah, I am. I want to. I definitely do want to. Right now, I say I probably got like 40 to 60% done. Yeah. So I just want to add like a couple more songs to it that I'm really confident about, that I know people are gonna fuck with for sure. I mean, I feel like people are gonna fuck with all of it, but you feel me? Because different people like different shit too.
You know what? I'm glad you say that, because I didn't even really trip off that. And it's dope that you already know that, because like for the longest time people would tell me, you know, just drop everything you got, because you never know which one's gonna blow. It could be the one that you never thought was gonna blow.
Especially you, because your singing voice is real different than how you rap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when you rap in Spanish, it's different than how you rap in, you know, English, or when you sing in Spanish, like you're different. You know, even the same with you. The way you rap in Spanish ain't shit like how you rap in English, and you sing hella different.
Right.
So it's cool. Yeah, like that. Exactly. So that shit is lit.
Have you ever thought about doing stuff in Spanish?
I can't speak no fucking Spanish.
I had her, like, for instance, I had her write me a few Spanish songs. Have you ever thought about, like, someone writing you?
Oh, yeah, that'd be lit. I could read it. That's weird. I could read in Spanish, but I can't fucking, like, speak in Spanish. And So I might be able to do that.
A lot of artists that aren't bilingual, but that do bilingual music, they just do it bar for bar. And complete their song. And it becomes a song. Yeah, it's crazy how it happens. But it's because they want to go into that lane and that audience.
Now that's tight. That would be tight.
Yeah.
And I know you're dope at writing, but do you ever feel like you would be open for another person to write for you?
I mean, yeah, I would fuck. I don't know if I'd pay for it.
Right.
I don't know if I'd pay for it because I could, but if somebody was like, oh, like, you want to try it, unless I'm really up there. But like I said, my thing is like, I want to be rich and successful, but I don't want to be famous. Like, that's not really what I want to go for. I'm cool.
So what if like your music pops off and it brings you accidental fame?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but then if that happens, it's like, okay,
okay.
I mean, fuck it. But I don't want to like, I don't know.
Are you scared that you're gonna like, not like that, but like to me, Krishan Rock is somebody who was, like, she was not ready for the fame. Cause I feel like the way she's
like Krishan Rock.
Like, I could just like, okay, besides the fact that Blueface handles a lot of her shit and that oppresses her or whatever the fuck she thinks it does.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I noticed in some of her interviews, like when people literally ask her about her fans, hey, how's the fans and getting all this love and people recognizing you in the fame, and she's like, it's whatever, I really don't care. And I'm like, that's so crazy, bitch, because I've been grinding all my life, and you don't even care. Like, you really are like, I don't care. Like, which is like, I try to really get like, I peep everything, like her character, her movements, and I'm like, you're probably just tired of the life you're living right now. So you're like, not seeing the beauty that comes with all these fans and all the love you're getting, But I'm pretty sure if people stop supporting and you go back to where the fuck you came from, you'd be like, oh, the fuck, shit.
My fans.
Like, oh my God, my fans.
No,
what the fuck?
For real.
So I'm just all like, it's just so sad that she's going through that, and it's like blinding her from what's really like there. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, damn.
She can't appreciate it.
Yeah, that, or like, there's somebody else like Kylie Jenner. She personally is an introvert who's super fucking famous. She's from the Kardashians. She's super fucking rich. But her dream, like, she's good with the fame. We see her photo shoots, all the shit. But her dream is to be in a private farm with her kids and animals and just her husband. And she really wishes to be like a wife.
That's my shit.
And it's just crazy. Yeah, like that. Because I know you'd rather have peace. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like you'd be able to handle it, though. Like, more like on the Kylie instead of the control.
Yeah,
because
I feel like once I become famous, bro. Well, no, I can't say that. I can't say that.
What?
I would be in a fucking, what are they called? The ladies from the Middle East that they wear the thing to cover their face? I would wear that shit.
Oh, like, so
motherfuckers ain't finna know it's me. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have my eyeshadow done, saucy as fuk, and just wear one of them.
Oh, don't you girl, she does makeup hella popping.
I do hair
hella popping. Yeah. She is multi-talented. She's so humble. She don't even know what she got going on.
I don't even talk about it.
She's the shit, for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like you should do more of the stuff that you're gifted with. You should try it.
I'm like, this is a deep podcast. I'm about to start crying. Nah.
No, yeah, you should.
It feels good hearing it. Like, I mean, I probably don't hear it a lot because I don't bring it up a lot. But I feel like...
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Like, if people don't know, they can't even...
Right.
If people don't know and you don't show it in at least once or twice, then it's like you're going to feel like it's not even appreciated or valued, but it's like, nigga, you're not showing this.
Yeah.
So we don't even know this exists.
And you know what? I feel like that could get you into a place mentally where you're like, where you start to feel like, damn, I wish people knew. You know what I mean? Like, and then I feel like that might drive you even harder with what you're doing to like, not even just prove to other people, prove to yourself that like, that you do good at everything that you do. Like, that you are talented, that you are, you know what I mean? Like, that could be an inspiring, like, even something that you feel like, oh, well, I'm not really pushing it. It's not really that important to me, but one day that whole feeling that you have could push you to be like, okay, well, you know what? Now I'm just gonna boss the fuck up.
No, for real. And that's damn near where the fuck I'm at now.
Right.
Like, you know.
And I tell you to try at least once or twice everything.
Yeah.
And show it to people, because one of those avenues might be the one to make all the avenues pop off.
Yeah.
So like, if somebody might like your fucking cupcakes, and then they're like, oh shit, this bitch does music? Let me get a cupcake and buy the album. Oh shit, this bitch does paintings? Let me get a cupcake, buy the album, and order a painting. Like, the more, kind of like you with the wood burning, the tattooing, and the braiding.
Too, for real.
Like, you introduce them kind of back to back, little by little, and then at a point you're like, these are the services I offer.
Yeah.
So you're like a walking business, bitch.
I feel like it has to play with like having a good man behind me that supported me, that made me break through that ice, because I always loved drawing and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. I personally always loved drawing and stuff like that, but then like having a good man behind me that made me feel like I was that bitch.
There you go.
Like made me want to be more of that bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
For real. And that's another thing too. Like, exactly. Like, who you're around, the people you pour your energy. You don't get that like drive back poured into you, or somebody motivating you, or at least making you feel like you're worth it and you could do it and anything is possible. You know, I got you. If you don't feel like you got you, that's a good feeling to have. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
even
Just
just
so you feel like,
us,
that feeling is lacked.
I mean, I feel like it's another thing with this generation. Everybody is scared to love but wants to be loved and cherished. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody wants to be takers, but don't nobody want to pour into nothing.
right.
Don't nobody want to take time to, you know, try to be their best self. Like,
So question, being that we know when we detect people like that, what do you think, well, speak for your own generation, but what do you think makes y'all keep, like, dealing with that situation that doesn't pour nothing back? Is it because the big heart that the other person carries? Or, like, what is it that, you know, because if you're recognizing that it's not beneficial practically, if it's not beneficial, then what is it that you think makes, because that's something about y'all generation, and even ours, like, we're guilty, but I feel like we're growing up, so we're like, fuck that shit.
it's time to.
Yeah, but obviously we wish that our younger generation doesn't have to wait till 27, about to be 30 now. Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Because our generation is full of people that either, like, they're not with the person. They're not with the person. They did all that shit that your generation's doing. So what do you feel like is making you...
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just everything. I think it's the fucking media too. It's the media, the music. It's all that shit. Like, you know, niggas don't want to be good niggas no more. Bitches want to be city girls. Like, I feel like it's hella hype. Like, and women are becoming super independent. So women aren't even depending on men. So men don't feel like being providers. Like,
damn, that's crazy. That's like the
exactly like, well, bitch, if you don't need me, then I don't need to do shit for you.
Right.
Like, you know, I just feel like it's a whole generation thing. Yeah, well,
that is crazy because it's like the girl is saying like, I don't need you, and he's like, all right, I'm not gonna do shit for you. But then they're both agreeing, okay, let's be together.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck?
It's a whole bunch of shit. It's like, it don't make sense. Like, yo, you should need one another. You know, that's the whole point of it. You do something I can't, and I do something you can't on your own.
I forgot what podcast I was watching, but I was just watching a podcast that was like about that, like, this generation, including ours, is like, marriage is not even a goal anymore. Like, it's not even a thing people even bring up, or a goal. People bring up a baby before marriage before anything else. And it's like, you need at least 10 to 15K. Like, we have spoken to other podcasts to even, like, feel stable enough to have a baby. I'm like, we hardly have $20 for motherfucking chickens. So why the fuck?
Everybody pregnant. It don't make no sense.
Man, you know what? And that's why I'm like, it's crazy because, like, okay, everyone know I'm a little older dude, whatever. But it's crazy because all the people, he be asking me, like, why you with me? You know, because I'm older or whatever. And it's like, first of all, you don't have no kids. And everybody my age, they got 2, 3 kids. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like, it don't matter, like,
motherfuckers my age got 2.
Right. Like, everybody got kids, everybody's still going on. So if you don't have a kid, it's kind of like, you kind of like a unicorn. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you're doing great.
You're doing great. For real.
You're not fucking up at all. No, for real.
Have you ever thought about being, like, a wife, having kids? And, like,
yeah.
I mean, I know, it's still early on in your life, but, you know.
Nah, but hell yeah, I've always wanted to be, like...
Yeah, she's very... Well, I don't know. You're mean as hell to me, but but I guess you're very motherly. Well, I mean, she has a lot of motherly things. Like, she knows how to cook. She's giving. Like, it's very consistent. Like,
if I could, well, I know when I was younger, I'd be like, I wouldn't want to be a housewife. But now I'm like, bruh, if I could fucking chill and have a motherfucking just, you know, and I could just do what I gotta do, I could be the most loving, supporting, calm, peace, whatever the fuck motherfucker ever. But it's like, that's not the world we live in for real.
Right.
So until then, I'm finna work and mind my business.
Right.
But yeah, hell yeah, I want kids for sure. I want like 5, 6.
Boys or girls?
I want like 4 boys, 2 girls.
4 boys, 2 girls.
Ever since I was younger, that was like my little dream family, like 4 boys, 2 girls.
That's cute.
But we'll see, because this world is going to shit. So if it don't get any better, which it probably won't.
I know.
might lower
Don't
that.
be helping my mom be like, don't bring no kids to the world with this shitty world. I'm like,
you know, I be feeling the same way,
I'm
though.
scared.
I be like, I love kids, but I just feel like bringing a kid into the world is like hella selfish. Like, I just feel like if I'm not a millionaire, like, why? Why would I?
Right.
You know?
I can't give you the best life possible.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I don't want the kid to struggle like I am, or like
Yeah.
everybody I know is struggling. Like,
Man, and this world is coming out like with more things to tempt people into, you know, going in the wrong direction. Whether it's exactly the music, the drugs, the media, all that shit influences the youth, you know. So it's like, fuck, I don't know, we'll see.
How are you spiritually? Like, what do you believe in? And like,
I would say by faith, like it would be Christian, but I don't know. You know, with the whole Christian thing, you already know that's just like tough because it's like
all that bad history.
Yeah, exactly. That's a real big part of it, and I feel like honestly, it's just having a one-on-one relationship with God. Mm-hmm. I would say I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I talk to God, I read my word, and I interpret it the way He lets me interpret it. You know what I'm saying? And I live what I feel like what He would want me to be doing. I try. Try. I'm not saying I'm perfect. You know, I smoke my weed and I cuss a fucking lot, but it's like, you know, there's people that are doing way worse.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think we're very like as we grow too, and just having like when mom used to be in our ear, rest in peace, mom. But when mom used to be in our ear, and then mommy also just being in our ear now, it's like we can hear that shit. So like even if we like, and then my mom always told me like, if people keep you in prayer, like you're already ingrained. So like you already like. There's people praying for you, so
you ain't going nowhere.
So even if those are the things like when people are praying for you and you second guessing certain things that you didn't used to second guess, it's working. Like, exactly. You know what I mean? And I even like I'm at a point where like it has the prayer has worked because things that I was open to, like just things that would be nothing, bro. Like I'd be like, where's the gay? Where's this? Like. Bro, I'd be like, fuck no. Yeah. I'd be like, no, I don't know where that shit came from. I don't know what's that shit cut with. I don't know, like, it's just, I'm so, like, careful now. It's like I hear a voice where it's like, you don't know. Yeah. And it's just like.
For real, you get that feeling too. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not good for you. That's just gonna fuck you up. You gotta listen to that voice. That's how you ended up, you know, in fucked up predicaments and shit.
Do you guys feel like if you didn't have the influence of your mother being Christian and preaching to y'all and stuff like that, do you think you still would have gravitated toward God?
That's a good question.
I feel like me, yes, but because of tribulations.
Yeah,
like
facts.
Because of a lot of downfalls. Because not like that, like I have multiple friends like that, no shade, but their moms are not good moms. And I have an example of what a good mom is. Yeah. So if I had their fucking mom, I'd be fucked. I'm sorry, but I'd be fucked. I'd be fucked because I am 10 times, or the person I used to be was 10 times worse than what my friends are. Right. So I could imagine me personally with a mom who don't care or don't guide or isn't considerate or doesn't even think like, let me put myself in their position and see how my kid might be feeling. I'd probably be fucked.
You know what? Shout out good moms because
it's a big deal.
It takes you far in having a good mom, you know.
And shout out good moms that also are like single moms and good and moms that like don't. There's single moms that are good moms and there's single moms that are like, I call them like super moms that don't even bash the dad. Because our mom is like very like no matter. My mom hasn't got help from like at least my dad. Yeah. Ever. So, but my mom has never, ever been like, your dad's this, or like, don't see your dad, or she's always been like, you make your decision, your dad's a great guy, he was great when he was with me, do not judge him for anything that does not have to do with you.
Yeah. You know what? And you know what? A lot of bitches are like that nowadays. Exactly the opposite of how your mom is. Petty as fuck, to where they literally put the kid in between their relationship with them and the father, like, first of all, having a father in your life is like so important. So it's like if you're gonna sit there and tell your kid your dad don't want to see you when he wants to see you, and you hold in, you know, there's hella bitches that hold their kid against the baby daddy. Like they'll say to their kid, oh, he don't want to see you or this and that, and
you ain't even called him, man. You don't even know.
Right, or he's trying to see the kid, but the bitch is like, nah, because, or a lot of bitches, they don't want to even let the father be involved with their life because they don't want to be with her. Right. Sorry to break it to you, bitch. Just because he don't want to be with you doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to see his kid.
His own
kid.
It
shouldn't have nothing to do with the kid. If you know what I mean? It's like there's so many people like that in this generation that we living in. So many women like that. It's so ugly, and it's just fucking kids up.
Like, and it was so crazy because I was just telling today at my job. I was talking to my coworkers and we were talking about babies for some reason, and then I was all like, oh, like where my mind's at is, you know, like hopefully I have a good guy and that's gonna be by me before I have a kid. And like my brother came up and I was like, damn, my brother's such a good dad, because our brother's a really good dad.
Really good dad.
Yeah, like he's a really good dad. And I was just telling them, like, you know, he really helps his girl. And then one of the girls was like, dang, like that's really good. She's all like, my mom, she's all like, it's like ever since I turned 18, she's all like, it's like all the love and care, it either was fake or it was like her job was done at 18. She's like, and it's weird because you kept my dad away, but you're done with me at 18. She's like, bitch, I'm not done growing. Yeah. She's like, I just started practically. Yeah. And then she's all like,
that's when you need the help the most.
And she's all like, she feels a little stuck. She's all like, it's like now I have to figure it out now by my own. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, that's fucked up because you practically got all the guidance, all the love till you were 18. And now she's telling you like, you're grown. Yeah. And she's all like, no, I'm not grown. She's like, if anything, she's like, you feel me? She took her on trips and shit like that, so she got her to experience new things. But if anything, like, you taught her there's beauty out there, now teach her how to get to the beauty.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like when we're parents and we take our kids places, they're not asking you to fucking go there. You're taking them because they're your kid. They got to go with you. Yeah. So you got to show them how you got there, you know? So it's just crazy to hear her. I was just like, damn, you 18. I can't imagine that shit. Like, you know? Yeah. Because I left on my own. Like, you know, when I was at another dude's house or something, like, my mom never told me, like, you got to get the fuck out.
Right.
Like, you know?
Man. Right. She was like, if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah. She's like, if you don't like my rules and shit. So I'd be like, all right, I'm going to get out for a little bit. I'll be back. I'll be back, man. No, for real, though. Shout out to all the good moms. Shout out for real.
And another question for you, Izzy. How do you feel about, like back to focusing on, so what do you feel about, like, I don't know how comfortable you are talking about stuff like this, but like how do you feel about like relationships nowadays and like in your age and your generation? How do you feel about like just like how do you think like relationships are and do they work and like what do you think helps relationships work? Just stuff like that. Like how do you feel about relationships nowadays?
I mean, now I feel like, damn, I don't know. It's different for everybody too. Like not everybody does walk by faith. Not everybody does. Because my advice is, you know what I'm saying? You got to be God-fearing in order to even be able to love somebody correctly. You know, you got to know that love and that relationship with the Most High to even understand yourself and understand on how to perceive love and how to take it and how to give it back in a healthy way. But now I feel like everybody thinks love is like tricking or, you know, sex or like Instagram. A motherfucker posts you on Instagram and it's like, what is that? That's surface level shit. Like, you can't really go nowhere far, long-wise. Like, I'm trying to grow gray with somebody. I don't want a motherfucker to take me to Barbados and then I don't see him 2 months from now. Like, that shit's stupid. Fuck the trip. You were supposed to be around forever. Right. Like, I'm not into the whole dating scene. I feel like now that's what it's about, is dating scene and money and just get a new one. If it don't work, get a new one. Who the fuck wants to be 30, 40 fucking still trying to get a new one? Right. Like, bitch, I'm trying to be good by the time I'm 30. Like, good.
And do you feel like that's like, it's harder in your generation or it's easier to like be able to do something like that? Like,
because everybody's so easy, like, because not like that, but because your generation's so easy and gets around to talking to everybody so easily, do you feel like it's harder to meet somebody that could be the one, or do you feel like it's easier because they're so easy?
I feel like it's harder and easier for somebody like myself. I feel like I'm very in tune with myself and I know what I like and I don't like, even having a conversation. I can have one conversation with a nigga and I know. Like,
you do. You be like, he said this and this is not good.
For real, that threw me off. For real, I don't give a fuck what it was. If it's one thing, two things, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But, so it's easy to pick them out because everybody's like that. So when you do meet one, it's like, okay, this is one I could really, you know, put my time into, really talk to. I could tell he understands this. But I ask a lot of questions too. Like when I'm first talking to people, I'll ask a fucking million questions because I want to get to know you. Right. Not like, oh, who are you talking to, whatever. But like, you know, like, how is your faith? What do you believe in? What do you think about, you know, what's going on, like, in the world? Like, you know, just, I'm a real
just try to see where their, like, morals are and their, like, standards.
Exactly. Like, was your mom a good woman? Do you have your dad in your life? Was your mom a good woman? Because, yeah, that shit matters, too. Like you said, like, parents being in people's lives matter. Like,
it's a difference, for sure.
Like, yeah, so... But yeah, it's harder because, like, fuck, it takes forever. You got to go through fucking 50 people just to find one normal one that you're level-headed with. Mm-hmm. But, and then that, too, everybody kind of delays the whole settle-down process because they feel like there's so much more in the world, so many other hoes, so much money to get. But it's like, okay, when the hoes get wrinkly, too, and the money run out, don't you want somebody there? Like, you know what I mean? So, both. Really, both.
And you're so like level-headed. I feel like just like in general, like do you feel like what do you feel like played and contributed to you being like such a strong-headed woman, like strong-minded woman, and just building you to the woman you are today? What do you feel like is the things that contributed it into making you the person you are today?
A lot of life, for real. I feel like a lot of life. I feel like life hit me to where I had to grow up really fast too. Like it was a lot of shit I had to be like, oh shit, this is happening. Like, you know, hella young.
Do you think that's because of where we come from as well?
I think it's that. I think it's like, yeah, like, you know, it ain't no, I can't go ride my bike around the fucking block, and that's fucking irritating. So there's that. There's growing up, you know, there's even like mom and pop situation, like how that shit happened. Lewis, like my brother.
Yeah, going to jail.
Brother going down, dad had a big part in it. You know, it was just me and mommy for hella long too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so there was that. And I feel like even me on my own life as a young girl growing into a woman, I feel like I've been through hella shit hella early that I don't never want to go through again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like all that really taught me, like, just, you know, you've already been through this, and this. And that's another thing from my grandma, like, learn from it. You don't make the same mistakes over and over. That's how people get stuck, you know? So that's a big part of it, just learning from my mistakes and just talking to God. I'm like, they're gonna be like, this motherfucker, but for real, talking to God.
It's good to have a relationship with anything you believe in that you know, because people have different, you
talk
know.
to yourself.
Yeah.
And that little voice in yourself that feels like it wants you to be, you know, the best version of you. If it's a right, healthy reason, whatever, that's God. Be still. Take a minute. Put the fucking phone down. You know, be sober for a minute. Like, just think. Shit. Motherfuckers don't be still and think. Everybody's mind is on the next thing, next move, next motion. Yeah. It's like nobody has time to sit down and sit with themselves.
Like, do you even like yourself?
For real. Motherfuckers, that's a big reason too, bro. Motherfuckers hate themselves. Like,
yeah,
that's why life is so fucked up. Bitches hate themselves, niggas hate themselves. And that's why people do grimy shit. Like, that's why another reason love is so fucked up. People do immorally wrong shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
the shit people be doing blows my mind.
It does.
I ain't gonna lie, like, most of all your generation, bro, like,
bro,
it's savage. I'd be like, bro, like, I would have probably, like, caught a body. Like,
yeah,
like, y'all is crazy.
Man, like, before, like, I mean, I'm not saying before it didn't happen, because back in the day, when
no, yeah, it was, I just feel like it was more trying to be kept low-key.
Yeah,
and more, like,
it wasn't, like,
discreet in life in general.
I feel like now social media is so, like...
It's like, yeah, bitch, I did
They
this.
be showing their guns on social media, and, like,
Everything.
oh, I just caught a lick, oh, I just stole this car. Like,
Everything.
it's just so,
like, can you go pawn the shit first before they can find it and track you?
That shit is weird.
That's a lot of the reason why some of my homies are down, because they're you know, sorry, but like, why would you post it on the internet? Like, that's just like the dumbest thing. I hope you learned your lesson, but
that's
like,
right.
It's like, it's so like, damn, like, nobody thinks anymore, like, before they do shit.
That shit's stupid. That's like just as bad as somebody recording you in the act of you doing it.
Right.
Like, you snitching on yourself online, on the biggest platform possible.
Right. So before we wrap up, leave us with 3, like, motivational or advice, well, 1 advice and 2 motivational, like, you know, things that you want to say out to the crowd in general. No age gap, just motivational things.
One piece of advice. I'm like, damn. I don't know. I would say just like, it's mind over matter. Like, whatever is in front of you, whatever's around you, like I just said, sit with yourself, think, like, you know, see yourself as God sees you. Like, sit with yourself and understand, like, I am put on this earth for a purpose, and I have a dream, and I'm gonna accomplish it, and I can accomplish it. And if you feel like you can't, well, stop feeling like that and start looking about all the ways you can make that shit happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck where you came from. Fuck how hard it was. Like, you gotta look forward. You keep looking back, your ass ain't finna get nowhere.
Right.
So it's mind over matter. Don't take what you have. Build something with it.
For sure.
And what? 2
motivational, like the
2 motivational. I feel like that was pretty.
Yeah, that was motivational.
Yeah. Motivational. I feel like, yeah. I don't know.
That was good.
You can do it.
That was it, Zinger.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You want to tell people your Instagram so they can follow you?
Oh yeah, I got 2 Instagrams. I got my first one, that's my main. I got ABlockNative, that's ABL9.native_. And then I got my art page, which is, it's in the bio. It's Greasy Beezy. But it's hella threes and shit. It's like, yeah.
Follow the first one and you can follow the next one.
There you go.
And then don't forget, this Saturday, she has a show.
Yes.
Only Loud Presents.
Pull up.
Y'all pull up the flyers on her page. It's also on my page, TYSF415.
She finna perform too.
Yes, hopefully I get out of work on time. Hopefully.
Man, for real.
Yeah,
same.
so
I'll be the same.
hopefully everything works out.
I don't know. I might not. I have
Hopefully,
work that day.
or Jolie could get there.
What time is it work?
I have to be there at 8.
Oh, it starts at 5.
I'll just be ready before
Yeah.
I just go.
It'll be fine.
We finna be there.
Yeah, so
And
y'all
finna
be
go
there.
crazy.
Or by the time y'all see this.
Oh well, y'all should have been there.
Yeah, y'all should have been. By the time y'all see this, y'all should have been there, but we've been promoting it on Instagram, so hopefully y'all saw it.
Right.
But with that being said, I'm T.Y. Sev, that's Yana Shadi, Queen of the Skull, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Adi Jolie, Adi Oli.
Okay, and Young is. Let's go.
Alright.